What would you like to say?
Welcome everyone. I insisted that I say because there's really not that much to say. I'd like to welcome you all here, and we have two distinguished authors with us. Jordi Puntí from Barcelona, who writes in Catalan, and José Luis de Juan from Mallorca, who writes in Spanish, and his translator Martin Schifino, who will moderate the whole session and present the authors. Martin.
I have Jordi to my left, José Luis to my right. For those of you who don't know them, I suppose you do know them, but anyway, there we go. Jordi, writing in Catalan, he has published 2 books of short stories. He is a journalist and a literary critic, is that right?
Journalist, just literary critic. Used to be, but now I don't do it anymore.
Not that much. Yeah. No. Okay. A translator, and he translates his own books as well into Spanish. So an all-rounder, really. And José Luis has published 6 novels, of which the one we've got here is the first one to be translated in English. Hopefully there will be a second one, maybe next year, we don't know yet. And he's also a literary critic. Yeah?
Sometimes. Sometimes, yeah, I do.
I am a literary critic myself, I can say in all certainty. So yeah, that's basically them. What we're trying to do now is read a couple of fragments from the books and the short story published in the anthology of Catalan fiction. And then we're going to have a short conversation about their work, what they do, what they're working at the moment, and so on. Okay? So who wants to read first?
I would want to read some fragments of chapter 1 of my novel, This Breathing World. I hope you will understand quite a bit of my reading.
Do you want me to give them a briefing of?
Yeah, I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, basically it's a novel that tells 2 stories. One in modern day America, in Harvard in the 1960s, late 60s, and the other one in classical Rome. And these 2 stories kind of reflect one another, and there are many connections. And the part he's going to read now is in ancient Rome, and it's about this scribe called Masuf, who is the main character in the novel.
Okay. Thank you for inviting me, and I'm very pleased to be here in Manchester. And when the people at the Dark Archive Press asked me for a short story to publish in the anthology of Catalan writers and writing in Catalan, I sent them 2 of the latest short stories I had written, and I said, bring them back to me saying they were too long. It really had to be a short story. So in the end I had to give them the first story I ever wrote, which was written like 12 years ago, and this is the one I'm going to read to you. You will see that the characters are named like bottles of water in France. One is Evian and the other one is Perrier. I came to this name because one day I realized that when you read Evian name on the backwards, it says naive. And I thought that the feminine character was a bit naive, so I thought it's a good way to put it. The short story is called A Fire.
Entonces, esta historia fue sería una novela breve, y quedó escrita y quedó durante un tiempo así hasta que comprendí que no funcionaba, que algo faltaba. Entonces, de repente, como una especie de impulso que no sabes de dónde proviene, a veces sucede esto en narrativa, aunque se siempre es algo que tú buscas, que tú planeas, pues empieza a salir esta historia de Roma con un personaje que luego está dentro también de la historia americana. Entonces, pues,
so the story started as he started writing the bit set in America. He wants to create kind of an atmospheric tale, although he's also very concerned with character and other areas. So he wrote that as a short novel, a novella, and put it to one side and realised it wasn't quite working. He needed something else. And a few years later he started, he doesn't know exactly where it came from, but this other story about the scribe Masoud from Rome kind of fitted together with a previous short novella, and that's where both universes started cohering.
La pregunta que hacías, Martín, ¿por qué un escritor español se enfrenta con una historia extraña, con dos elementos tan diferentes? Pues no lo sé contestar. Realmente uno escribe un poco, incorpora algunos elementos autobiográficos. Yo estuve una temporada en Harvard años antes, también estuve en Italia, y luego realmente nada tiene que ver con lo que cuento aquí, pero sí que siempre hay algún impulso privado para escribir esta historia. Yo creo que en todas las historias, para que sean auténticas y que los lectores pues, se sientan identificados o enganchados, como se puede decir, ha de haber un ingrediente pues, fuerte, a veces incluso un poco provocativo, como es en este libro.
So yeah, he can't really answer why a Spanish writer has decided to go for this type of material, but there has to be some kind of autobiographical or personal aspect to any story that he's telling. And for example, he had studied in Harvard before starting this book, so that came into play. And he'd also been to Rome before, so it's all experiences one accumulates, and then they kind of are poured back into the book, and that's partly what writing the book is about, as well as being a bit provocative in the writing. Georgie, on the other hand, your choice of material, one can say, is obvious. It's present day life, it's people your age. But this story, as the rest of the book, is about looking for those moments which are in the everyday, which are a bit bizarre, a bit out of the ordinary, a bit surprising. Is that something that matters to you in general?
Sí, totalmente. Es decir, para los dos primeros libros, mis dos libros de cuentos, quizá más en el segundo además, giran alrededor de esta idea, ¿no? De hablar siempre de momentos, digamos así, momentos extraordinarios fuera de lo común en la vida cotidiana de las personas.
His two books of short stories, the second one more than the first, are mostly about looking for extraordinary moments in the life of normal common people.
Los personajes de los cuentos casi podrían ser intercambiables, es decir, casi sería un arquetipo de personaje, de pareja, ¿no? En general son cuentos sobre parejas.
The characters can almost be interchangeable. They're kind of archetypes of couples. It's almost always about couples.
Y además me gusta, por ejemplo, ya digo, en los dos libros, jugar con, por ejemplo, con nombres de personajes que no sean muy marcadamente catalanes o de Barcelona o españoles, sino que sean más generales, para que en realidad, por ejemplo, la historia que he leído podría pasar en cualquier parte de Europa o del mundo occidental.
So yeah, these archetypes, he likes to use names like Evian Perrier, which are a bit artificial and can be applied to characters from any country that are not particularly Catalan or Spanish. And this story can take place pretty much anywhere in Europe. Another example is his characters go to IKEA to shop for stuff for the house, and that's again something that can take place anywhere in Europe.